All right, for more, let's bring in Dennis Unkovic. He's a partner at Meyer, Unkovic & Scott. He advises companies doing business in China, frequent visitor there. Dennis, welcome. Good to have you with us on Fast. How are you doing?
Thank you, Tyler.
Very good. Let's talk first about the interest rate cut. As most of the rest of the world's interest rates are going higher, they are cutting, but it feels to me like too little, too late, too small.
It was nothing in a relative terms. I think they were fooling themselves if they thought it would have any impact either in China or in the markets here.
Let's talk about the predilection for the Chinese leadership to play sort of shell games. Look at this hand, because this hand is not such a pretty hand. And does that fact raise the risk that China, in trying to distract its own population from economic dislocations, high unemployment, particularly among the young, a cracking property sector, as they try and distract their people from those things, that they might be prone to do more aggressive things in foreign policy or against Taiwan?
Tyler, they're like magicians. Look at my right hand, but it's in my left hand. I am concerned that you're going to see very soon increased military action against Taiwan, because that's the easiest thing for the Chinese to do. They have to distract their people, because the one thing about the Chinese people they're really smart. With 70% of their assets in real estate, with this going on, I don't think there's much that the Chinese Xi Jinping can do in the short run. So look for them to do something in Taiwan, and it'll distract everybody's attention. Absolutely.
And to pick up on Julie's initial point there, Xi does not like, and the Chinese leadership, they don't like to admit mistakes. And in this case, that would be that in the extreme.
I'm working on a book now, and part of the book is the most powerful man in the world, and that is Xi Jinping. He literally has no opposition from the military or from the CCP. And what he is doing right now is saying, I'm right. Look, it took him 2 years to reverse the policy he had on COVID. In December, he did. Obviously, we're seeing the effects now, but Xi Jinping is not very good at admitting mistakes.
Not very good at admitting mistakes. And how long do you think it will be before the Chinese economy gets back on track?
I don't see anything significant changing for the next 12 months.
So at least 12 months here. Any thoughts here, guys?
My concern all along has been, I'm surprised that I'm not wishing for it, obviously. My concern all along has been China was going to raise the level of aggression against Taiwan. And that would be, and this is not my words, other people have said this, catastrophic for equity markets. And they're building field hospitals. They're doing medical exercises. They're not doing that just for their health. They're doing it because they're clearly planning something, in my opinion. And I'm with Dennis on this one. I think something's going to happen. As their economy gets worse, I think it's more likely that the hostilities are raised.
Go ahead, Bonway.
Well, you know what? I think young people tend to, perhaps buck the trend or runs counter trend. 20% unemployment rate amongst people 25 or younger, to me, might say that the buck has to stop somewhere. Not only does that prevent you from being able to grow consumption, but I just wouldn't be surprised if there's some pushback against the status quo when you have a whole wave of new people that are supposed to enter the consumption and enter the workforce that essentially are disenfranchised. I just don't understand how people are going to sit and stand with that.
What do you think of that, Dennis? You think? I mean,
Remember,
you say he is an unchallenged leader,
Sorry.
and Bonwit is kind of making the case that maybe he might not be.
You remember back in December or in October when there was a problem with the Apple telephones being produced, and there was a problem with the labor unions. You, for the first time in years, had significant numbers of people were Chinese demonstrating in the streets, and some of them were even saying things against Xi Jinping that he didn't like. I think his point is very good, and I agree. The younger people under 25, it's actually 21% that are unemployed now. If that continues, that's a really bad thing for Xi Jinping, because the one thing the Chinese Communist Party wants is control over its people. It does not want social unrest. This could lead to that.